So can I now stand still? I don't think I can. I do have a little bit more life steal now, but I don't think it's enough. Hold on. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. So now I have the bunker and I can actually get enough attack speed to actually hit. So this is kind of what I wanted to show you, which is this is now a different build. Now this is kind of a tanky build and I have the helmet to actually help me out a little bit with defense. And now waves are going way faster. Look at this shit. Hey, HushVox here, and today we're taking a look at SERAPH'S Last Stand. Kinda hard to me to say that name, the SERAPH'S Last Stand. And we are, I'm assuming, a Seraph doing a last stand. So I just look at this and I just see a Gandalf. So I'm gonna call it a wizard. And I mean, it says wizard hat and wizard staff. So this is a very small contained experience that is basically an arena survival. It works in a different manner because you are in a 2D plane and you're basically down on Earth and you are defending from the heavens. So it kind of reminds me of a very old game that was like missile control, or I forget the name, but some missiles would come and you would need to intercept them with some like lasers and etc. So it's basically the same game, but with roguelike mechanics. So, you know, every level or every wave, you actually have a new passive. So kind of standard stuff there, but I do enjoy the game. This game was €1, and it's a perfect example of incredible value for your money. So I understand that maybe you look at this and you're like, well, that's... Marco, this is a bit fucking basic. Yeah, trust me, it's very addicting. I played a lot of the game. I unlocked all of the meta progression. I got all of the items and all of the staves. The staves, I don't know how to call them. So we're just gonna do a very basic run with standard builds. So to kind of show you what you do in the beginning, I might show you some other ones later. Ones are the most important thing because they actually change how you play the game. But again, for now, let's just take a small one. And this is the game. Some, again, lobsters come up. I don't know what these designs are. I only see a lobster here. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Okay, there's no time, by the way. You can just take your time as long as you do kill them. And when the wave is over, every first level and then every 5 levels, you are going to get a bunch of perks. And in this case, they're going to be, again, every 5 level increment is going to be an epic upgrade. So I don't like any of these all that much. So I'll take a Will-O-Wisp and it will be here. It will be a little bro. Just helping me out. It does half my damage. So yeah, I might read the perks sometimes. Sometimes I might not, so I'm sorry. But it will actually give you some momentum to actually, you know, go play the game. I'm not sure if it has a demo version, but I mean, it's €1. It's... If you're interested, if this looks interesting, you should just, you know, pick it up. So souls, you can, every enemy that you kill has a chance to drop 1 soul by 1%. So souls are the meta progression currency. I have a bunch of them because I maxed everything and I don't need any more. So I just have them here. Impulse, more jump height, kind of garbage. Eyesight, critical chance +5, important, but you need to stack it up a lot to make a difference. Resist, +4%, kind of whatever in the big scheme of things. And then you have a refresh, which will basically reroll. Now, reroll, I'm not going to use because you wouldn't have... This is a lot, so it might not seem like it, but 5 blue flames is a lot for meta progression. So usually you wouldn't use it. Now, I have done everything in the game, so I have like, you know, this means nothing, so I could actually use it. But I want to kind of show you the game how it is when you pick it up, okay? So I'm actually going to take just crit, which is not going to do much in the first level, but that's okay. It will help out a bit more towards late game. Kill that guy over there. Fucking lobsters. When will they learn? Get the fuck out of my my planet. Catalyst +4 projectile damage. So, by the way, there are common and uncommon. Usually they're denoted by a plus, okay? Swift, more movement speed, and regenerates HP based on number of enemies. That's cool, but I just want projectile damage for now. Again, we have to take... By the way, sometimes I crit, so you might see a different number. I can't actually show you the game as it is, like, just bought, because I already have a bunch of meta progression that you won't have in the beginning of the game, okay? So I can't turn it off. There's no, like, off part, kind of like Rogue Legacy. Once you have it, you have it. unless I would do a new save, but honestly, it's kind of whatever. You still get the same experience. I just have a little bit more damage, a little bit more like attack speed. The changes aren't too much, but they are on several areas, so they stack up just because there's a lot of them. So wound is actually interesting. It applies damage that will apply bleeding to the enemy. It's not much, but it stacks up. Every time I do hit them, so you can see here, if I hit them, it's actually taking 2. So every time I hit them, it adds 1. Which again, doesn't seem like much, but later on, the enemies will be a bit tankier, and it will help out a lot. Now, I really like fragmentation. Fragmentation means whenever I kill an enemy, some shards will come up. So you see those yellow things are coming out. And those apply poison, so you can see, or bleed, sorry. So you can see here how you can actually break the game if you can stack the correct things. And that's something that I really want to praise the game on. You can break this game very easily, and it's kind of because it's not a very balanced game, but I don't think it has to be, and I don't think anyone cares. In fact, it's very fun, and I kind of miss having a fun game. Okay, so this is a game that I usually turn on, play 20 minutes, and then I'm off, and I'm happy when it's over. Maybe I'm a bit pissed off because I died, but I'm happy as in the experience was good. And I kind of feel bad that a lot of games nowadays, they put so many graphics. And the games aren't great. Like, I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla recently, and I was very disappointed. I was just like, I had to drop the game before I finished it, and I was like 50 hours in. I'm like, come on, guys. It's just like... Meanwhile, you see something like Super Auto Pets, which is a free game with some basically pet emojis, and it's one of the most addicting things in the fucking world. So it's a very hard balance to get, and let's get some lifesteal. And I kind of miss this sort of simple game, so I kind of wanted to bring some awareness of the game. If this sounds interesting, bros, it's €1. The guy gets some money, and you do actually get a very cool game. I put a bunch of hours into this, so as I said before, it's very, very value. How should I say? Like, quality price value is off the fucking rails. So let's get some of this. I want more fragmentation because you can see how things will be in the end game. So you can see that he's bleeding, just to show you. Projectile damage, nothing of that is very valuable for me. One thing that is, the reason this game gets broken very easily is because you kind of stack up stuff infinitely. So, for example, when you have Binding of Isaac, you don't have infinite things, I guess, other than... I mean, you can break the game, so I'm not going to pretend that's not the case. But usually it requires some effort, and the game doesn't want to be broken, okay? So sometimes item combination, because there's like, what, 700 items, sometimes it happens. But in this game, for example, if I take 3% damage lifesteal, I already had it, so now I have 2 of them. You can see them here that, for example, I'm stacking a few critical hit chances. And you can stack things to very weird situations, to very weird, like... impossible, like you can become fucking invincible almost, or do a shit ton of them, like, and like this little fragmentation, you can add more projectiles of those. So you might be like, oh, Mark, that fragmentation looks shitty, it just does like 2 little things. Trust me, that can get pretty wild, because you can get like 30, you can get 50 of those if you just invest everything in fragmentation. And you know, as I said, it gets fucking crazy. Let's just get projectile size. And I really enjoy that, because again, in something like Binding of Isaac, it's an item, so you don't get plus 5% damage. You get an item that gives you 5% damage, and usually it doesn't show up again, because items are fairly unique. Just get damage. But not in this game. In this game, they keep showing up, and you keep putting points into them, and they keep fucking going, you know, infinite, and some of them kind of scale, you know, forever. And it's kind of, you see there, you're starting to see some chain reaction, and I only have 2 fragmentation. And by the way, you don't need to have fragmentation. I'm going to actually pick that up. So now I have 6 fragmentation plus 2, so I have a total of 8. So it's a bit confusing, but basically each of these gives me 2. So whenever I blow up an enemy, 8 projectiles come up. They don't do a lot of damage. They do spread poison, but they do enough damage to actually sometimes just burst the whole wave, and it's beautiful. It's fireworks. You look at it and you're like, it's beautiful. Let's actually take that. That's a great way to also break the game when you get invulnerability for a long time after getting hit, because then you can get lifesteal and you're basically immortal for a little bit. I've had situations where the game, I had to give up because the game was not killing me, which is very weird. I'll explain a little bit more. Let's just get HP. There's nothing interesting there. Again, explode them. If you can explode, see, it's beginning. It's beginning to actually scale. I feel like this game is probably not getting a lot of attention because I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look great. Okay. Now, this is something that I wanted to show you. Whenever you get a bunch of upgrades, and this changes depending on which upgrade, you actually get unique upgrade. So, for example, I stacked a bunch of critical hit, and now I have a thing saying, you know, the first hit is always a critical. It's not the best, by the way. It's kind of garbage, but it exists. I think it's the first hit of each wave, so that's not incredible. But regardless, the important thing is that almost every perk that you see, almost every card that you can pick up, can actually have a unique upgrade. Some of them are pretty fucking crazy. So hopefully I can show you some of them, mostly so you know what to look out for. So let's say crit hit. Crit damage, sorry. So you have crit damage and you have crit speed. You have to watch out for these guys. By the way, you can, I didn't talk much, but you can move around. You can actually jump, so you can go up the stairs a little bit. And afterwards, I'm killing them quite fast, but sometimes you kind of want to dodge them a little bit more when, you know, when waves start being a bit higher. Currently, we're only on wave 20, which is nothing. Let's get another Will-O-Wisp. So you can see, as I said, you can stack them. Just have a bunch of them. So if you want, you can stack all of this, and you can just, you know, do nothing because this will just shoot for you. Yeah. They don't do a lot of damage. They do half your damage, but I mean, if I have two, I'm doing basically double damage. That's not quite how it works, but that's how I'm going to explain it, just to make things a little bit simpler. So because of fragmentation, you want to kill them kind of in the middle, so they kind of spread to the other guys. Then they're also spreading bleeding, so again, we can have huge DPS currently. Fine. All this sucks. Again, let's take HP. Some of these perks aren't great, and that's something that I'm not gonna say I don't like about the game, but it does seem like they bloated the upgrades a little bit more. But it's very easy to break the game anyway, so I'm not gonna pretend it's a big deal. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter all that much. Now, regarding unlocks, so you do have some meta progression. The most important, there is some things that are just passives that don't do that much, like you get a little bit more damage or a little bit more attack speed. But one of the most interesting things is that you can actually unlock hats, which do a passive on the run, but you can also unlock wands, and the wands actually give you a completely different manner of shooting that really significantly changes your run. Let's take wound, and again, I have, because I stacked 3 bleed upgrades, now I have Bloody Mage. Bleeding deals damage faster, and that's a great upgrade actually, unlike the other one that we saw. The upgrades are usually great, by the way, so if I said that the other one sucked, don't worry, this is a bit different. So basically the ticks are faster. Kind of want to be here. So again, usually you dodge it by going into a corner and then you jump over the bullets, and that's kind of how you do it. Sure, defense, I guess, I don't know. And one of the things that is interesting is that one of the upgrades actually allow you to reroll infinitely without spending this. The only problem is it won't let your run go on the leaderboards, which actually doesn't matter much. The leaderboard is completely fucked, as it usually is on these games, these like small indie games. So it's not a big deal. The important part is that you can make your own run, and it's super fun. It's so fun. Because you can just refresh and get literally everything that you want. Like if you want like 10 attack speeds, oh, all right, just refresh until you get it. So I'm not doing that because again, I want to show you the game as it's kind of intended to be played. Let's just take that. But that's something that you can definitely do, and it is really fun. So I spent like the last 5 hours of my day just doing that, and I was doing like weird combinations. I did like a lightning build one. and I did a super machine gun with like a trident wand. Things are very, very crazy, and I really like it. I am going to take Thunderbolt. So Thunderbolt makes thunder come out of the sky, but this is very weirdly worded. Basically, you can, as I said, you can stack them up, because almost everything here can be stacked up forever. And the more you take this, the faster they come. So there's one, there's another one. They do a lot of damage, so even if they are kind of sparse, they will, when they hit, they usually kill someone. But if you keep stacking them, they're like bzz, 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 and you're just like doing nothing. It's amazing. So I don't like this, but I'm going to take it just to show you. This will make it so if we move around, we actually send a projectile up. So you can see sometimes I send a yellow projectile. So that's just an example of the things that you can do here in the game. Is that amazing? Not really, but I'm just showing you that there are actually upgrades that actually change the way you play. So it's not just statistic upgrades. Okay, I think, for example, the bleed one is a great example of something that whenever you take it, you actually have you kind of start thinking of the run of just applying more bleed dots, and it is actually useful. So you can see fragmentation is going a bit wild. It's still a bit tamed, but it is helping out a lot. I feel like I only kill like half of the enemies because everything else dies to fragmentation and bleeding. So that's great. Let's take critical, deal more damage. Things are getting a bit tough. Usually level 30 is a big upgrade, I guess, in terms of what you need to do. Whoop. I need some... No, it's fine. I'm getting HP back. That's okay. Makes me 10% smaller, so this makes it so I can dodge a little bit easier. Okay. Sorry if I'm kind of disregarding the meta progression items. I am maxed in the game, so unless they do an update or a DLC, it's meaningless. I could just use it to refresh whatever I want. Projectile size? No, let's take crit. And again, even though I did get the crit upgrade, like unique upgrade, I mean, it's still stacking up. Man, I love fragmentation so much. It's so much fun. It's so bad. I love the power glove. Alright, so things are getting a bit tricky. Let's jump. We need to get damage, but that's okay. Let's go over this side. And I kind of want to think about getting some defensives. That Sardino almost got me. Let's actually get... That's great timing. Let's actually get some lifesteal. I should have gotten the other wisp because I think I would get the unique upgrade. But that's fine. Oh. Alright. Again, fragmentation is helping out a lot. Sometimes, again, I might be shooting at nothing just because it's kind of easy to miss the arrow. You can actually change color here, but the choices aren't great, so you can do yellow, green, yellow, and something else, blue, I believe. And all of these are already colors on the screen, like fragmentation, for example, is yellow. The best one you can get is the green one, but that's still not great. It's just very easy to miss. I think they should have made it huge. They should make like a 3 times that size. And I don't care if I sound like an old man going like, I can't see. I think it would just be a better game design decision. It's like more fragmentation, nothing else kind of appeases me. And again, the game is very fast. Obviously, in the beginning, I was like explaining a bunch of stuff, but now it's kind of getting to a place where I just like, you know, just, hey, here's the game. I just get a level up, instantly, like, pick something that I like, and I keep moving. So, games actually can go quite fast. Obviously, you can be a bit more thorough with the game, but it's a great, like, coffee break sort of game. You have a few minutes, you're kind of bored. You're waiting for, I don't know, a podcast to start. Sometimes I'm waiting for a live. Or I'm hearing a podcast in the background, and I just put this, and I just have a little bit of fun. Let's get more crit. Crit is amazing. You do need to stack it. I feel like I'm not very prepared for these later runs. I usually don't play with this one. I play with the other ones. I love the lightning one. Okay. We got it. We have a bunch of life still, so we do get some HP back, even if we do get hit. So you have to watch out for that. And the sardines actually went away. Let's get Will-O-Wisp, because now we have Enchanter, which means Wisp now concentrate near the tip of your staff and shoot in the direction that you're aiming. So they are actually just making... Basically, I have a machine gun now, okay? Now, they only do half damage, okay? So don't forget about that. But they are helping. It is a bunch of damage regardless. So I kind of want to hit the middle because, again, fragmentation will just mess them up. I feel like I need more bleeding, though. Bleeding is something that you either take a lot or you take nothing. Because of the unique upgrades, you can also do a little bit of strategizing on what you actually want to take. For example, there, I didn't need another Wisp, but I did take it because I wanted the Wisp upgrade. And I knew that, you know, Wisp upgrades usually come... upgrades for elites usually come within, like, 3 to 5 choices. So usually it's about 4. It depends. Well, let's get the meta progression. That is useless. Let's get some more crit chance. Crit chance doesn't seem like a lot, but when paired up with crit damage, will actually make your damage crazy. I feel like that's not a secret, right? That's how it works in most games. But just something to be aware. You do your best to try to dodge, but honestly, sometimes there's nothing you can do. You can just take it. The important part is if you build a run that can actually take a little bit of damage and then can regen. So that's kind of up to you. And by the way, in the bottom, you actually have a display of everything you are taking, including the stack. So, for example, I know that I have 40% attack chance. Crit chance, sorry. It's actually a little bit more because of my meta progression. I believe I have 10% base for meta progression. So, it's 50% critical hit chance. So, this is actually great. It can actually help you out determining a little bit of the run. And it's very minimalistic. I really like the fact that the game is super minimal. It's very inspiring to see a game like this because it actually makes me believe that anyone can make a game. And this is not a... I don't. This is not me shit talking the game, by the way. Like, oh, this game is so basic, anyone can do it. It's just like, if you have an idea, man, try to actually do it. Try to actually put yourself in a situation where you can actually try it for real. So not just oh, you say you're going to do it and then you're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if the game could do this? No, you know what, learn some basic programming. It's kind of easy. There's a lot of tools nowadays that actually help you out a lot. Unreal Engine is very easy to get into. I shouldn't say very easy, it's still programming, but you know, do your best, man. Just try, because you might have a hidden gem. There's a lot of games that were kind of built from just people being kind of ingenious with their ideas. You might not like it, but Five Nights at Freddy's was insanely successful, and it was the guy just being pissed off at people saying that his games were spooky because they look lifeless, and they were like, okay, yeah, all right, I'll actually make a game that is spooky. And the game was a very simple concept. It was just like very basic 3D animations that were kind of spliced together. There was no actual movement other than, you know, the cutscenes that were already done. And that's it. And the guy became incredibly famous. And then we have situations like Undertale, where Toby Fox actually made a game that, it, you know, the idea doesn't seem... Like, if you explain Undertale, it sounds fucking stupid. You're like, oh, it's an RPG, but you are friends with people. And it's like, what? So how do you, like, progress? And it doesn't make sense, but the guy made it work because he had an idea, and he was like, no, I can make this work. And he kind of knew what he was doing. And he made a very, very unique, and it's not even, like, super well animated again. The art style is lovely, by the way, but it is, like, a very pixel-based thing. So if you have an idea, hey, I support you. And if you do... I got hit there. I was kind of distracted. But that's good, because I want to try a different thing. Let's try this is my favorite, the Thunder Staff. Now, I need to explain you what's going on, because it might not be super apparent, okay? But I'll try my best. And let's maybe do... Challenger Hut. fedora. So this is the one I was saying, which is actually funny because it's a fedora lady, and this actually makes it so you can reroll everything for free. You just can't get into the leaderboard, but honestly, who gives a fuck? So I'll actually just take, I don't know, more armor, less movement speed. Why not? We can be a knight wizard, a knight seraph. We can be a, how's it, a spellblade? I guess a spellblade. Yeah. And we have the thunder staff. Thunder staff is my favorite. And let's go. So first thing that I'm going to say is, when I'm gonna click, that's my attack. Okay. So you are not going to see anything come out of my wand. And that's okay. So don't worry, I'm still playing the game. So you might just see me like doing this and you're like, what the fuck is doing nothing? It's because my attack comes from upwards, all right? Now, one thing that is important is my attacks are super slow, so I kind of want speed. Now, I'm actually going to do a different build, and it's going to do a focus build. Focus is kind of, you become a turret, so you gain attack speed every second that you don't move. It resets every time, but you can just stand still again. So if I stand still, I got more movement speed. It's not great yet because my attack speed is actually horrendous. That's the first thing that I want to upgrade. The damage is incredible. I don't need damage, but the actual, hit is terrible. So that's not a great upgrade, but we'll take it. The HP, we don't need a lot of HP. We do need some regen, and again, we do need some attack speed. Again, nothing incredible. This actually, I don't think works here, so I guess we'll just take this. Crit hit, chance. Okay, just, it's kind of slow. Don't worry, this run will pick up, I swear. It's gonna be super fast. I swear, guys. Okay, attack speed, that's good. Even one attack speed makes a big difference. So you can see, like, now it's a huge difference. It's like a second less. Now, the cool thing is that this one makes it so it's very easy to hit, and it does a lot of damage. So it's, my PP hard when damage high. What can I say? I'm a simple man. Oh. We don't need damage, so don't worry if I'm ignoring the projectile damage ones. We really don't need damage. We actually just need attack speed, and again, from those level ups, we just need some lifesteal. Just get you. Alright, let's actually get the lifesteal. It's kind of slow, it's only 3%. But don't forget that we will be able to kind of camp out and become a turret, and that will lower our damage. It will increase our damage reduction. So we take less damage. That's what I'm attempting to say very badly. Yoink. Yoink. Okay. Man, the game seems so peaceful right now. It's almost like it's not a shitty fucking mess in a little bit. I guess this. There is one that makes it so some enemies drop an orb that heals you. I don't think it's great. By the way, these guys are starting to survive a single hit. So we kind of need to scale our damage. I think I know how to do it, but we'll see. For now, as long as we have attack speed, this won't be a big deal. But I can't control the upgrades. Yes, I can re-roll them, but as I said, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to, act as if you just got the game. So I actually want Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt has a unique evolution that will make it so it actually helps my damage a lot because it's also lightning. It makes so lightning deals more damage, and because I do lightning, it's also going to work there. Neither of this is incredible. Let's take attack speed. Or, sorry, crit chance. I know I said attack speed. I'm noticing that my damage actually scaled up because of the taking the Thunderbolt. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. This is very good though, but I'll take attack speed for now. Fucking lobsters. Get out of my house! Imagine if you are like chilling in your home and then suddenly a lobster comes in and goes like, shoots like some purple shit at you, and you're like, what the fuck? And you just like clicks a little and goes away. You're just like, alright. I guess that's it. Let's take Thunderbolt. So I think, yeah, it scales my damage. I didn't know this. I have mastered the game, as in I've done everything. And I didn't know, I didn't notice that sometimes my attack goes up, but I didn't know kind of why. So apparently Thunderbolt not only does thunders and reduces the like the passive thunder, and it will also make it so my damage is actually higher. So sorry, maybe I didn't explain it properly. All of this is garbage. But I'm not clicking anything, and that you see thunder coming up, and that's the passive that I got. That makes it so, you know, 6 thunder comes up sometimes. In reality, it's kind of badly worded. What it actually means is you can stack it up. You don't get more lightning. What you do is it comes down faster. Okay, so I'm only controlling this. So if you see thunder coming up, you know, on other sides, I'm not aiming those, okay? Like this one I didn't aim. I'm only aiming the ones that are under my mouse cursor. We have the Daleks are starting to stay alive. I don't know what to call them, so I'm sorry. I actually took the upgrade to give me some healing orbs. Those will help out a little bit. Not that I have problems with healing currently. Let's just take resist. We're going to do a turret build. Oh. We still need a bit more. Just want to show you the game a little bit more, a different way to play. And there are several of them, by the way, so there's not a specific build that like is completely... I guess a lot of them are overpowered, but there's nothing that is like, you know, oh, you have to play like this. Not at all. Okay. 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 Oh. Right, now those guys... the cool thing about this one is that you don't need to aim all that much, because it's very easy to hit. Not only is it coming from above, it's also fast, and it's also kind of wide, so it's not even like... You would have to try really hard to actually miss it. What actually happens is, again, sometimes I lose my, like, where the fuck is my cursor? That happens a lot. And that's, you know, that's very true. Nothing I can say there. Okay, fuck, I got hit. That's okay. Just got a healing orb. Let's go smaller, why not? Just become a tiny boy. Just become a dwarf. Dwarves are based. Based Sigma males. No females allowed in my fort. Man, even the lobsters are surviving. I got to get me some more damage. I was gonna say HP. Which is actually not a bad idea as well, but not for now. So let's see, we are getting into the last one, so we can actually get the focus upgrade. Focus upgrade gives you bunker. You gain armor every second you don't move, up to 95% damage reduction, and then it resets. So now my job is just doing this. I go here, and I kind of just chill, and oh no, I'm taking damage. It's still not good, actually. Okay, hold on, I have to move. Eventually, it will enable to actually just stand still and just take damage and just heal out of my life steal. But it's still not there yet. I need both leech and I need attack speed. Attack speed is the main problem, actually. You. What I really need is the upgrade for lightning that I said that I was going to get. Man, the music is so peaceful. It's actually tripping me off a little bit. Because there's a lot of things happening and you're kind of like... It's not bullet hell, but it's like bullet hell-ish. And you're kind of... The music's like... Like, what the fuck? Right. Man, give me lightning, please. I don't want to be smaller. No, I don't want to be a bread. No! Don't make me bread, meow. I swear, if someone doesn't know the reference, they're gonna think like 911, what's your emergency? Just gonna call and go like, hey, I think one of the loony bin guys just came up here. I swear, it's a reference. It's an old meme of a cat becoming bread and saying he doesn't want to. It's kind of similar to the Brazil one. I should do meme explain. I think I would be pretty good actually at doing meme explain. Bomb. More Thunderbolt. Okay. It's still not there yet, but you know, I'll take everything I can. Getting a little bit slow now. Oh. Please, please. Thank you. I could use fragmentation as well to give me some chain reactions. Chain reaction. But I think what I'm really annoyed is the attack speed. Really need attack speed. Projectile damage, no, I prefer Thunderbolt. Projectile damage actually doesn't give me a lot, because it's easier to just make, you know, more lightning. It's also a weird mechanic because it says like projectile 4, but I think it gives you more damage than 4. It depends on the weapon, I believe. Weapons have like a multiplier, if I'm not mistaken. Boom. 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 Alright. More lifesteal? More lifesteal? I really want the Thunderbolt upgrade though. Right. Little orb over there. Don't forget there are some enemies that actually come into melee range, which is actually great because there is a passive called Overheat, I think. And that will actually fucking smoke them very, very easily. And actually I've played a build where I was just very tanky, but I had a lot of jump height and then I had overheat and I could actually jump into them and would just like be a ball of fire within them. Like you can actually do like some crazy shit if you want. There's a lot of possibility and the game allows you to do whatever. It doesn't give a fuck. It's like, yeah, you know what, have fun. Use the fedora. You can unlock the fedora very, very easily. And then you can just farm more meta progression because it's very easy to farm meta progression afterwards. You over here, I didn't forget about you. I'll just take the attack speed. It's not a lot, but it is significant. Man, my crits are starting to hurt actually. Boom. Boom. Okay. I can't tell what is this. These look like trumpets. It's so the design is so weird. I don't know how he must have had a nightmare about this shit and went like, yep, that's my new enemy for the game. Honestly, I'm good with that. I don't think that's a bad thing. Oh my god, attack speed 24. What did I do to deserve this? Oh yes, it's actually starting to pick up. I feel like this might be very confusing for you guys at home because you kind of don't see the mouse all that well, and I'm just walking around and they're just getting hit by lightning. Okay. Again, more attack speed. So now we actually have the streamer that shoots a beam, and so whenever I'm not clicking anything, but the beam itself is actually doing damage. So that's a great way to supplement my damage a little bit more. It's just guaranteed damage because there's no way they can block this in any way. However, that being said, I don't use it a lot actually. So a lot of times I'm not aiming at anyone. I'm just aiming, like for example here, because I'm just in the line where I want the lightning to hit. Man, I'm getting really bad luck with this. Like all of these are kind of garbage. I'll take appraisal so we can scale up a little bit faster. And again, now we're getting into the 30th wave, and things are going to pick up. You get a music change. I believe at 60, by the way, you have a boss. I was very surprised to learn that this has bosses after 60 waves, but yeah, apparently you do. Point. Right, over here, jump around. Don't forget you can jump. Super Mario. Kind of bad that I'm not getting a lot of uncommons, but that's okay. So can I now stand still? I don't think I can. I do have a little bit more lifesteal now, but I don't think it's enough. Hold on. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. So now I have the bunker and I can actually get enough attack speed to actually hit. So this is kind of what I wanted to show you, which is this is now a different build. Now this is kind of a tanky build, and I have the helmet to actually help me out a little bit with defense. And now waves are going way faster. Look at this shit. I'm just being fucking Raiden. I guess I'll take cloak. I'm not going to move. Nah, you first. I do need damage though. When I get the Thunderbolt upgrade, you'll see. You'll all see. You'll all pay. Let's get damage. It's not great, but it is what it is. Okay, I usually start by one of the edge, and then I should actually start in the middle, because they kind of group together in the middle. Done. Now fragmentation is okay. It's not the best. It's okay. Not moving. I know there's a bunch of stuff. Again, meta progression currency doesn't do a lot for me, so let's not worry too much about it. And let's destroy all of these sardines. Get fucked. Oh no, I'm a sardine. Actually, currently in Portugal, it's the sardine time, because we have what we call Santos. So a lot of people are actually into sardines right now. I don't know. I guess this. Give me attack speed, coward you want. Give it to me. Or are you afraid? So standing still also increases my attack speed, so you can see I have a lot of attack speed right now. I still want more though, so don't worry. If you're looking at that and going like, all right, that's enough. No, it's never enough. It is never enough. I'm never happy until I get more. More. Right, let's go here. Go here. It's like I am doing an orbital beam. Attack speed. Okay, it just needs to fire up a little bit, okay? And then eventually goes like bzzz. Man, that sound just sounded like I was in the microwave. I don't know, I never knew I could make that sound. That's actually interesting. Alright. I really wanted the Thunderbolt upgrade. I can actually end the video afterwards, because this will go into like hours. If I let it. If I select the correct upgrades, I know how to break the game to a point where you are almost invincible, so I'm trying not to do that. Man, so unlucky. I just want an upgrade too. For the Thunderbolts. Okay, fragmentation is doing work now. They don't bleed now. So before they would bleed every time they would get hit by one. But no longer. You can also stack bleed with the actual beam that you have. I know there was speed there, but I kind of... they're trying to stay alive for a bit long, so now it's getting to the point where you kind of just want crit. Yep. Alright. Let's take luck. Oh my god, the enemies are like getting messed up because they're all like trying to surpass each other. No, me. No, me. No, me. I want to have him. Oh my. Yeah, okay. Attack speed. Sounds great. There were actually lightning bolts there. I should have taken the lightning bolts. I was complaining and then I missed one of the upgrades. But to be fair, I did get attack speed, so that's my fault. And now you can see how the game is starting to get a little bit crazy. There's a lot of damage numbers. Like, what the fuck is happening? I have seen shit go pretty, like, wild here, okay? So you do eventually get into, like, your graphics card is dying, like, screaming for help. Like, please stop. Okay, these guys are super tanky. The guys here on the, like, the bombardiers, I don't know what to call them. The non-sardines, or I guess fragmentation. So now we have ram destroyer, fragmentation projectiles, decay less. Not super important. The important part is just that I have more. But yeah, you can see the chain reaction actually starts to go off a little bit more. And the more I get, the more I'll have. These guys are still super tanky, the guys here on the right side. Boom, boom, boom. I guess attack speed? I could take it smaller though. I think I'm near an upgrade for to be a small boy. Again, in the middle is the best way to strike them now, because it will fragmentate. Fragmentate. Defrag system. I'm missing. I am retarded. You're here. Sorry, I didn't see you. Let's take defense, I guess. Bzzz. Please, I just want lightning. I am begging for you. For the location of lightning. Hey, lightning needs your help. Just give me the credit card number and those crazy, wild, like, crazy digits in the back. Man, it's just... Alright. If you could lightning, would be pretty cool. I want to show you the idea of lightning because it does give a pretty cool upgrade. It's not that cool, honestly. Maybe you'll be disappointed, just, oh, that's it. But I do like it. And it does change the run significantly. Lightning. I still need a few more. I think I need 2 more or a big one. In case it shows up in the purples, which is actually next phase. So it might. Okay, okay. These guys are starting to block the other guys. Alright, alright. Man, game is... It is to a point where I'm almost invincible, but it is also kind of slow. So that's something that... Alright, Thunderbolt. So now I have God of Thunder. God of Thunder makes it so Thunderbolts do 3% more damage, or 3 times more damage. But the most important part is that your own Thunderbolts also do more damage. So this is the passive ones, like this is referring to the passive ones. But it also makes your own. And now my Thunder is also red. And by the way, you can see that my dude has like blue eyes because he's just so fucking cool. He has ascended to godhood. And yeah, it's way faster, so as you can see. It's still going a bit slow. I need crit chance and crit damage. So this is, by the way, the crit chance one. First hit is always a critical. Not super important, by the way. And now we have, like, cutting boards attacking us as well. It's pretty shitty. I don't know what I did to your cutting boards. I guess we'll go into the boss. And I'll show you the boss, which is actually not going to be super hard. But then I'll probably stop. Because I feel like you got the idea. This game can go for a long time. If you get the right build. And I played the game enough to kind of know what breaks the game. Like, for example, this standing still, life steal thing. Not like it's a super unique combination, but it is something that is... I kind of know like what to take to make it like this. So, again, let's not focus too much on that. I kind of just want to show you the boss and then I'll be off. But the game actually allows you to break it very, very easily, and it's super fun. So I hope you actually, if you look at this and it seems interesting, that you pick up the game. The guys deserve it, even if it is €1. I guess maybe because it is €1, they actually do deserve your best. I really think more games should be cheap, contained experiences. Not everything needs to be, you know, a 5-year development cycle with 5,000 like employees, like we have at Rockstar and Bethesda and etc. And Ubisoft. Let's maybe take one. I don't know. Man, my attack speed is super high actually, even without standing still. All right. Everything dead. The bleed is actually helping me out a little bit. These guys are trying to sniff me over here. They look like mouse traps. I'm not sure like what they're trying to represent. I don't know. Are they trilobites? Is this like a sea... I don't know, sea fear sort of a situation? Where they just put a bunch of like sea creatures? I can't tell because most of them are very like... I don't know, not specific for me to know what they are. Right. I really needed more crit chance, and crit chance is okay, but crit damage to actually do some actual power like moves. But you know, it takes a while to actually get a run going if you want to make it a little bit of the on the crazy side. If you just want to play a little bit, that's fine. You do what I did before, and that works just fine. Don't forget that all of these upgrades have unique upgrades, by the way. I believe all of them have a unique upgrade, even the one that says that you heal at the end of the round. It has a unique upgrade where you heal all the time without picking it, so it's great. Even the one that gives you more choices, that also gives you a unique upgrade. Like, it is very, very incredible, like the amount of damage we have, the amount of stuff we have. So this is the boss. There are several. I've seen other boss. I've seen an UFO. This is a guy that I think it splits. Yeah, and I think it splits again. I think it keeps splitting. I don't know if I should stop, but I don't know what the fuck is happening. But yeah, it's a boss. Yeah. No, we're done. I think this is gonna split again. Never split again. All right. We were close. They look like popcorns. Holy fuck. Man. It's so weird when it splits. I can't tell if there's a mechanic or if I just shoot them. No, apparently that's it. All right. So that was SERAPH'S last stand. I'm going to give up. Let me just pick all of this. Oh, oh my god, so juicy. That's a 10. Remember when H3 was funny? Me neither. So let's give up and let's actually go to the thing. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the game, give it a go. It is on the description and on the pinned comment, so I'll put all of the information there. If you guys like the video, by the way, feel free to click like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Even just a comment saying like, hey, that was a good video, man. It helps me out a ton. So I'm really happy to be doing these videos. I'm actually enjoying it a lot. So I'll probably do more. And that's it for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.